Okay, I'm live now.
Yay! I can see you.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so here's what.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I need to do. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, I need to look a mess. I need you to put this on social media right now.
I
need
don't have access to social media accounts.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot.
What does Kelly have used as access to social media account? Is it like a third party app? You can have that in place for me.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I need to.
Yeah, so that sometimes I can just post on social media if you need me. You know about those kind of like metrical and those
Yeah.
There's a free
Okay. I think I can now be seen and heard on YouTube. That's my hope. And for my Instagram family, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. I am extremely happy. Hi. This is my mission, my passion, my heart, and it is to help others heal from narcissistic abuse. And my goal is to have a conversation about the most commonly asked questions from the clients that I coach regarding the healing journey. We're all on a healing journey. And I'm on this healing journey with you because I too was in a relationship with a narcissist, and I do consider myself in recovery. I was married to a narcissist for 30 years, and I have been divorced for 4 years. And it is my mission in life. Now I know why I'm a licensed therapist. Though I have been a licensed therapist for 21 years, I am now walking in my truth because my truth is you can recover from narcissistic abuse. You can heal from narcissistic abuse. And that is my testimony. And that's why I'm here to share with you in the healing room. So, welcome to the healing room. I'm so glad you're here. Those of you who have just joined, my name is Marcia Williams. I'm a licensed therapist and a recovery coach. And so, you're here because you're either in a relationship with a narcissist, or you think you're in a relationship with a narcissist, or you just left a narcissist, or you're working on leaving a narcissist, or you're sick of the word narcissist. I've been hearing that a lot too. We are sick of the word narcissist. Well, you know what? I'm not. I'm not, because it finally put a name to the face. I needed a name. I needed to know what this is that I'm experiencing. I needed to know what I'm dealing with here. Is it me? That was my last week's conversation. Am I the narcissist? Well, the answer to that question was no. Emphatically, 100% no. If you're here, you're not the narcissist. The next question, what we're here to talk about today, which is why I'm so glad Kara, Lisa, others are going to be joining. Don't leave me, because you are in for a discussion that my hope and prayer is that it helps you in your healing journey. And Paul, my good buddy Paul, he's been on this journey with me for a long time, and I'm so grateful. So I hope that you all will stay with me on this journey. All right, so tonight's conversation is a commonly asked question. What if he or she, the narcissist, was right? What if the narcissist was right? Now, what do we mean by that? You can complete that sentence with so many things, which is what led us to the conversation last Monday, which was yesterday in my mind. That's still healing. Last Monday, our conversation was about, am I the narcissist? So this question, what if he or she, because narcissists are females too, what if they were right? What if I am the narcissist? Well, this week's question about what if they were right, because that's what we spend a lot of our time battling, is the manipulation, the gaslighting that makes us question our own thoughts, our own reality. So what if they were right? What if no one is going to love me like they do? Well, we're going to bypass for now the question of, is this love? Is this even love? We're going to bypass that for now. You got to come next week or the week after for that question. So we're going to stick to this specific topic. What if he's right? What if no one will ever love me? So this question that the narcissist uses, well, they don't pose it as a question, they pose it as a reality. But it ends up being a question in our mind, of fear in our mind of, what if they're right? What if this is the best I'll ever have? What if, however length of time I've been in this relationship is the best I'm going to get? That is the question that we sometimes are left with, or sometimes are stuck with, when it comes to being afraid to leave our relationship. And let me tell you, as a therapist and a coach, I am never encouraging anyone to leave. You got to leave, get out of there, run, as Dr. Ramani would say. And I love her. She's my idol. I love Dr. Ramani. I'm going to be just like her when I grow up. But I feel like the additional insight that I have is that I've been there. I've been there, and I'm a licensed therapist, and this is my work day in and day out. And so what we're dealing with in this question, if you just joined, the question in the healing room tonight is, what if he or she was right? What if no one else will ever love me the way that they did? And as I said, we are skipping over the elephant in the room, which is this love? That's for another topic. That's why you got to keep coming back every Monday. And if you happen to have to jump off early, please go to my website. Please go to my website, thepassagetopeace.com. Take a free quiz so that you can find out. You may already know, but you may want validation, because isn't that what we are all seeking, is validation that I'm not crazy, validation that I'm not the only one, validation that my thoughts and feelings are true. So go to my website, thepassagetopeace.com, take a free quiz, and learn what stage of healing you're in, what stage of recovery you're in. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me in the healing room. Tonight's question is, what if he or she was right? What if no one will ever love me the way that they did? Now, the reason why this is a question, as we step over the elephant in the room of, is this really love? That we're going to come back to that. Let's talk about this manipulation tactic. The reason why it works, the reason why this manipulation tactic works, is because we do love this person. We're not bashing our partner, our spouse, our significant other. We're not bashing them. That's not what this is about. And this is about, and I'm so thankful that I was in a relationship with a narcissist for 30 years, because I loved him. And so because of my love for him, because of the breadcrumbs that he gave me of love in return, or what I considered love, I got to keep tabling that. We are so coming back to that conversation. Please come back next week. And I need my team to remind me that that is the next question. Is this really love? But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about the mere fact that we love this person. Okay? I didn't marry someone that I hate. I didn't marry someone that I'm like, oh God, I got to spend the rest of my life with this guy. Are you kidding me? Fine, I do. Yeah, we don't do that. We're getting all primped and not prodded, whatever that is. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. We love this person. We go to the altar with them, or we commit to this relationship exclusively because we love this person. And so when they say that no one will love you like I do, they're tapping into our experience of love as it relates to them. They're referring to who we fell in love with when they were mirroring, when they were masking, when they were love bombing. We didn't know all of that, but that's who we fell in love with. And you can remember that feeling if you're not too angry or resentful or miserable right now because of the devastating effects of narcissistic abuse. But if you've gone back to remember that time, you can remember the love that you had for this person. That's what they're tapping into. And so when they say no one will ever love you like I did or like I do, that's what they're tapping into, because there was love. We may not want to admit it, but there was love. We may hate that we fell in love with this person, but there was love. And because there was love, of course, that's what kept us after the devaluation, after multiple discards because of cheating or lying or the silent treatment or all those things that have happened in this cycle, in this relationship. At the foundation, at our core, not theirs, at our core, there was love. And so that's what they tap into when they're manipulating us. What if no one else will love me? Let's say you're in your 30s, late 30s, which is super young, but hey, I'm not judging. I'm 55. And let's say you're in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, like me, your 60s, your 70s. My buddy Paul, let me get a mic drop on that one, Paul. What if you're in your 70s? It is so easy, even for me at 50 when I left, it is so easy to say, hey, I've dealt with it for this long. What's another 30 years? At least I know they're this, that, and the other. I can handle that, and the other. I've handled it this long. I've survived this long. What's another 5, 10, 15, 20 rest of my life years? So that's what we're clinging to. And so especially in later years, and by later, I mean late 30s, because by then the biological clock is ticking. What if you're saying, I'm ready to have a family, I'm ready to have a baby, I'm ready to I should be in the next stage of my life. Why am I here? Why is this happening? I'm supposed to be moving on, moving forward. I should already be settled down. All my friends are settled down. Why not me? All of these things keep us in a mindset of not wanting to take a risk. Not wanting to take a risk. That is the key. We don't want to risk it. We don't want to risk losing. And that's where I'm going to pause, because that's a whole nother conversation. What are you losing? What are you losing? Or the better question is, what are you enduring? What are you settling for? What are you surviving? What are you putting up with? What are you giving the benefit of the doubt? What are you accepting as your new reality, or this is the best it's ever going to get? And I can go on and on and on. And so this thought, because thoughts are not reality. Remember that. Thoughts are not reality. This thought is rooted in fear. Fear is what keeps us in the relationship. Fear is what keeps us stuck. So this is what keeps us stuck. Even if you've left the relationship. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for joining. Zoe, thanks for joining. Carter, thanks for joining. So glad to have y'all here. We're talking about, what if the narcissist was right? What if no one else will ever love me? They're tapping in to the love we had for them. And so they tap into our fear. They tap into our fear. So that's the conditioning that's happening over time. And it is a slow burn of a breakdown of our self-worth, because we have to lower our self-worth in order to remain in this relationship. We have to be okay with never being enough. Does it feel good? No. Okay doesn't mean hooray. Okay doesn't mean yay me, I'm not good enough. It means accepting that we're losing the fight. And if we keep fighting, we're going to lose the guy. We're going to lose the girl. So you know what? Let me just do what I know keeps the peace. And what is that? Reducing ourself. Reducing ourself. Which is funny because over 30 years, you can imagine how much I reduced myself. And at the end, my narcissist, my ex narcissist said, "You made me dim my light." I'm sorry, I can't say it without laughing. "You made me dim my light." Now here I am trying to pick myself up off the ground, looking up to someone who's saying I made him dim his light. The manipulation knows no boundaries. It knows no boundaries. So this is what we're dealing with. Our thoughts are not reality. They're rooted in fear. And fear, maybe they're right. Please know that this is manipulation. Please know that this is manipulation. Thank you, Paul. Where are you in your mental, emotional, and physical health? What is the price you're paying? Paul, this is why you have my heart. What is the price you're paying for their love? What is the price you're paying for their love? So this is why it feels real, but it's not. You must know, and this is why you're here, and I'm so grateful. You must know that fear runs deep and it breaks us down, but it's a false narrative. It's a false narrative, and it's meant to isolate us. It's meant to shrink us. It's meant to dim our light. While I was being gaslit to be told I was dimming their light. But this is what manipulation does. Narcissists isolate in order to break us down, in order to break us, break our spirit, break our mental, as Paul said, our emotional, our physical health is breaking down. This is what manipulation does to us. So for us to be afraid of what if no one else will ever love me, just know that that is manipulation. That is manipulation. And so this false narrative is the work that we have to do in recovery. The passage to peace, drop a DM that says peace, drop it in the chat, peace. We want peace. We want peace. I feel like I want to, we want peace. I want peace. But guess who can give it to you? And that is you. And literally, you're the only one who can give it to you. So how do we break down this false narrative? We must rebuild our self-love, self-value, our truth, meaning who we really are, which we don't know. If you survived like I did in a relationship with a narcissist, thank you, Paul, only you. Peace, thank you, Tasha, only peace, only you. Only peace, only you know. But if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist for any period of time, you've lost sight of who you are. You've lost sight of who you are. having been in a relationship with a narcissist. So that is the passage to peace, is learning how to rebuild yourself. Okay, so this is a challenge. This is a challenge. Love isn't about being good enough for someone. Love is about being with people who align with you, not who make themselves superior to you. So the fact that they had to manipulate you in order to make you feel unworthy, means that the truth is the opposite. I'm going to say that again, y'all. The fact that they had to manipulate you in order for you to think that you are not worthy means that it's not who you are at all. And that's why the road to healing is going to lead you to peace, because it's leading you away from the false narrative. And we have been conditioned in this relationship to believe the false narrative. And thank you, Paul, validates your truth. Validate your truth. But this can't happen in a relationship with a narcissist. I want you to know that there are millions of people who will see your worth, but it's not them. And it has to be you first. It's not them, and it has to be you first. That is the key to healing, is knowing your worth. It's there. It's lost. It's buried, but it's there. And the path to healing is in finding it. So practical steps for healing before we go. Practical steps for healing. You must acknowledge, this is step one. Think about AA. This relationship is an addiction. Okay. AA has 12 steps. I have 5. So the passage to peace, I created 5 stages of healing based on my clinical expertise of 21 years as a therapist and based on 30 years of experience in a marriage to a narcissist. So I implore you, go to my website, The Passage to Peace. Take a free quiz. There's 2 of them. Learn more about where you are in this healing process. So how do we break free from this, from these beliefs that have been conditioned, have been just bombarded into our brains in this relationship? How do we heal? There are 5 steps to healing. It's a journey. It doesn't mean step 5, yay, I'm done. Whew, glad that's over. There are 5 steps to healing. The first step is why you're here. I said that already. First step is why you're here. And that is because you are ready to change your mind, or you have changed your mind. You've changed your mind. Step 1 is the paradigm shift. You've changed your mind. You are now open to the idea, what if I'm not the narcissist? What if I'm not the problem? What if I am lovable? What if I don't deserve this? Is this manipulation? Let me learn more about this. That's step 1. You're changing your mind. And guess what? When you change your mind, yay, you're on the path to healing. So it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. It's okay. It's not meant to feel good, because there's also a lesson in this. Think about when you're riding your bike and you fall off. It hurts. How many of us get back on the bike? Probably everybody. So it is a process in which we go through the healing journey. We're learning more and more about ourselves every time, every step of the way. As we say in one of my support groups, which I have 3 support groups, by the way, if you go to my website, you will find them, thepassageToPeace.com. I have support groups. I do one-on-one coaching. And most importantly, I have a 7-week program called P2P Essentials, Passage to Peace Essentials. This is a program that will walk you through, myself personally, will walk you through the 5 stages of healing. So the goal is self-compassion. So in that stage 1 paradigm shift, you are changing your mind. And that is literally all it takes to begin. It's a beginning to break the cycle of abuse. The cycle of abuse. Okay? So the goal is self. I'm going to be saying self like there's no tomorrow, because self is not selfish. The name of my podcast coming soon. Self is love. So self is compassion. Surround yourself with people who reinforce your values. Remember, you got to remember, we attract where we are. We attract who we are. So we attract those people to us, depending on who we are and where we are in our lives, in our world, in our self. That's energy. We're giving off energy and we're attracting people. This energy attracts people. It's how we meet people, energy. So if our energy is, I'm not good enough, low self-esteem, low self-worth, codependent, all of that was spewing out of me, just spewing. That wasn't very ladylike, but that's how it felt, just spewing. And my ex-narcissist, when I met him when I was 17, was like, he could sniff it out. He could sniff it. He said, aha. But guess what? If I wasn't giving off that energy, he would not have smelled a thing. He would have kept sniffing around the yard of the campus, the college campus we were on, until he found a scent that he was looking for. But I gave off that scent. I got to acknowledge that. I gave off that scent. I wanted to change my scent. Change your scent. What do you want to smell like? What flower do you want to smell like? What is your favorite perfume or cologne? What is your favorite perfume or cologne? Smell like that. Because if we give off a smell that attracts a narcissist, we don't want to smell like that. So guess what? As we end tonight, thank you, Sandra, for joining. Good to see you. Every Monday night, I'm going to be here sharing with you the most common questions that are asked of me in my coaching and therapy practice and in my program, thepassagetopeace.com. Go to my website, take a free quiz, find out what stage of healing you're in out of the 5 stages of healing that I have crafted from my own personal experience and professional experience. I am here for you, and I want to teach you the steps that lead you down the yellow brick road to your authentic self. That's our goal. That's our journey together. I'm on this journey with you. Love it. I love it. I'm thankful for it. Was I thankful during those 30 years? Absolutely not. Was I thankful when I was discarded? Absolutely not. But am I thankful, grateful, appreciative now? Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can be too, and you will be too. I'm so glad you guys came tonight. Please do these things until we meet again. Write down some positive affirmations. Write down some positive affirmations about yourself. And guess what? You may not believe them entirely. You know that phrase, fake it till you make it. It actually is a thing. Trust me, it is a thing. I was going through some old journals the other day, and I came across a journal from a few years ago, and I had made a list because I heard a podcast. I don't remember which one, but I heard a podcast that said use the affirmation starting with "I am." I am. Even if you're not there yet, even if you don't see that yet, even if you don't feel that yet, you can still walk in it in your mind because your paradigm's shifting. You get to create or recreate or reclaim, like that even better. You can reclaim yourself by speaking it before you see it. I had one client who said, when am I going to be able to say it without throwing up in my mouth? I mean, that's how weird it feels to say, I'm so special. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and tell themselves that when you feel like crap. But it works. Give it a try. That's your homework. I hope to see you at my website, The Passage to Peace. There's a wait list right now for my next 7-week program. Hop on the wait list. If you DM me, I will respond because I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful for you. I appreciate you. And you are survivors. You are resilient. You are stronger than you know. And you will get to where you want to be and beyond. Your brain can't even fathom how healed you're going to get. This journey is, you're right where you're supposed to be. You're right where you're supposed to be. And I'm happy to be here with you. So thank you for being here. And I hope to see you next Monday in the healing room because I hear you. Good night, everybody.